Hello guys, Michael here. And we're off to a new video on the channel for another Jujustu Kaisen review from chapter 204. Let's go! So a brief recap. Last time, Choso was gathering all his forces for an all-out onslaught against Kenjaku, where he cheers for strength to his brothers, and we see Choso's beloved brothers, including on the chapter cover. Then the curse-piercing blood technique is fired with full force, but misses the target once again, and damn, I have to say this already pisses me off. Kenjaku is so strong that not even Choso, a skilled user of piercing blood, can reach it, and I say this because young Noritoshi Kumo doesn't have the same talent with this one, of course due to not possessing the ability to convert cursed energy into angui like the Death Painting brothers, but man how annoying! Special grade wizards are too strong. In the fight against Yuji he was so strong that he had to go beyond his limits to win, and he couldn't do it. But during the chapter we get more surprises. And yes, I know! I completely missed the prediction for this chapter, that Choso would use his domain expansion. I really believed it was going to happen. Only instead we had Choso using Esso's technique against Kenjaku. Esso's innate technique uses corrosive blood to poison and decompose his target. It also grants the ability to reshape and manipulate your blood using named blows, in addition to being more effective than Kichizu's. Also the King of Wings Max technique, which reshapes the blood making flows from Esso's back into wing forms, grants Esso more mobility as well as a way to attack with long-range bloodlines, and we can see it very well in episode 24, which was storyboarded by Sung-Woo Park, the anime's director, and with key animation by Koki Fujimoto and Keiichiro Watanabe. I was very excited. I really hope to see Choso's movements in the anime when it is animated, probably in the third season. They will definitely adapt the entire Shibuya arc in the anime, probably ending with Okatsu Yuta in charge of Yuji's death in chapter 137, or when the migration starts there in chapter 143, when the second season premieres. And since we are talking about the anime, I really wonder if he will keep Park as the main director, since he recently founded a new animation studio called ENH Productions and has been cast as the director for an original anime called Ninja Kamui. I hope he stays on the staff. He is a great director, although it is difficult to maintain two productions at the same time. He has done it before, when he was directing the first season of Jujustu Kaisen and The God of High School in 2020. It has been a while since I read a news that this month should come out some information about date, director, and year of release. But going back to chapter 204, even though Choso imposes a tracking technique, as a consequence, it is not as fast as blood piercing, as Kenjaku is very strong in the physical part, and they have the advantage of being Choso's father, so that the brother's blood poison doesn't work against the father, since they have the same blood? I was confused by this, as the Kenjaku only transplanted the brain into Geto Sugiura's body using one technique. We still don't know which one and another, that is 3, plus the Jujutsu techniques of the curses of Geto's curse manipulation technique, so how does the blood not affect him? The brain cannot pump blood to the body alone because the heart needs to pump blood to the head, and only then does it return to the body and through the veins, but since they do not have valves, the blood takes longer to return to the heart, so how? Anyone know how to answer? Comment there, I really want you to clarify this, but maybe it's not that important, since Choso can't even hit him right. I'm thinking too much. Whoa! And then double page. The free movements of Choso, with his ingenious movement, with a pocket arm. This one was very unexpected, but obviously I loved it a lot. And what a powerful punch! I felt a lot of impact from it. It was the same angle of Maki's punch against Naoya, but it didn't come to anything, and damn! Kenjaku's powers are very annoying. Choso then attacks once more, and Kenjaku says what I thought. Those attacks are not hitting either, but see. Choso had an extra card up his sleeve besides the rocket arm. He then uses maximum technique, King of Wings, to carry the converging compressed blood to Kenjaku and then release it at the opponent like buckshot, and then supernova explodes. End of story. What not? Choso concluded objectively to use his curse technique, and what is it? From Choso's comment, do the condensed blood weights drop without explanation? The first thing I thought was that it looks like the technique of Goju, the Infinite, which desecrates everything and everyone that attacks Goju, like in Chapter 14, against Jogo, and further on it is more explained by Goju in Chapter 69. Anyway, comment! I want to know what you guys think. I finish next. Yuki. TSUKUMO enters the battle, and let's talk about Yuki's change of clothes, which was a longer blouse in Chapter 202. And I liked it a lot despite finding the Akutami's trait be too rough to draw women. Even so, Mei, and Yuki is a very beautiful and sexy woman, that not yet in the last chapter was to change clothes. It would be very hilarious. If it's true, Choso will get annoyed. At the end of the chapter, a new fight starts. Now with Yuki, they will be able to unveil Kenjaku's technique more easily, and we will also be able to know her cursed technique. And this fight promises a lot because it's going to be a tag battle, and the duo battles in Jujutsu are absurdly amazing, like Yuji and Nanami versus Mahito, Nobara and Yuji versus Eso and Kichizu, and my two favorites Yuji and Tadu versus Hanami in Kyoto, and the one against Mahito in Shibuya, but we won't know until November 28 since Jujutsu will have a break in publishing. In the meantime, I am thinking about bringing another manga to the channel that I am, or maybe starting the Rasmification on Sakuga for the channel, whatever I can write first. Anyway, if you liked the video, leave me a like and subscribe to the channel for more Jujutsu videos here on the channel, and see you in the next video.